Hey everybody, welcome back to Dave's Garage. We're going to try and do the upper torque box reinforcements today. They say try because the lower ones for the Mustang did not fit, so we'll see if the uppers fit on my car. They should, hopefully. We'll see. I guess if you don't see this video, it did not work. So, as you can see, there's two parts to this, just like the lowers. You have the bracket that goes inside the upper torque box on the bottom of the car, and you have the matching large bracket essentially that goes on the top inside the car. And then you've got various hardware here for there's a spacer that goes on here with the bolt that goes up through the floor, through these holes, through the floor pan, and into this bracket. There's two holes here, which will have to be drilled into this plate. And then there's just miscellaneous hardware and washers. So, fun part's going to be climbing under the car and removing the upper control arms. So let's go back to the car and see what's up back there. Alright, so here's the current situation in the rear of the car. As you can see, I don't know if I can get another hand in here, but this is the upper torque box right here. And the plate sits, I'm going to block the light here, fortunately. Let's see if I can do this without blocking the light. The reinforcement goes behind where the control arm bolts in, up against the floor pan of the car. So I'm kind of wedged in here. Unfortunately, I've only got one light source here, so I'm kind of blocking it, unfortunately. But you can see this is the differential over here. Let's see. That's where the control arm bolts to the differential. And then if I pivot back over here, this is where it bolts to the frame of the car, or the body of the car. These are tubular control arms, obviously from this CHE, because Fox Mustangs and Fox Cougars are not quite the same, unfortunately, again. So, yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to see if I can test fit this without having to take everything apart, and see if they'll fit. Because right now I've got jack stands underneath the subframe connectors of the car. I'll probably put one underneath the front of the differential here, because obviously there's nothing that's connected to, so I don't want it tilting forward as much as it probably will. And then I'll put some underneath the actual differential, or the axles. So let's get this all set up here and we'll be back. Alright, well, I've done some test fitting here. I'm probably just going to post this video as a warning to others then. If you can see, I've got the plate, so I've got the light above it so you can kind of see without my arm in the way. But you can see, let's see if I can find it, if I can get in there. Okay, so let me zoom in. So you can see one of the two holes that's supposed to be right here, where the edge of this plate is. One of the two holes where the plate is supposed to go through, and you can see, maybe you can't because it's so bright, but there is a hole on the top of this plate. It's supposed to line up with it, and you can see it's right here. It's this bottom one. This one right here. It's supposed to line up with this hole that you can just barely see around the control arm there. That one there. And in typical Cougar Mustang fashion, if I push this back and get this set against the back where it should sit down here, you can see that hole no longer lines up. In fact, it's actually quite a bit higher up there. And if I make this line up with the hole, the bottom piece does not touch the floor pan of the car at all. So, I'm thinking if you were to design a Cougar piece for this, I don't know if you can even see this. Yeah. This section here would have to be longer. The bolt hole would probably have to intersect somewhere right in here instead of down where it is here. So, if you own a Fox Cougar T-Bird, don't bother getting the Mustang pieces for either the upper or the lower control arm torque box reinforcements, because it appears our torque boxes are slightly different. Let me see if I can actually get up in here and show you what they look like. Maybe I can actually see something too. So this is, I'm facing the rear, or the front of the car. And I can see at least the one hole, and there's a second hole. So there are the two holes that they're supposed to be there, that you're supposed to line up, but they're too far out. So these brackets are too short for, and you can see this is where it's supposed to, you're supposed to drill through for the other two bolts. So unfortunately, they won't work. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just need some longer plates, but I don't think that upper control arm torque box reinforcements are super popular, but yeah. But that's really how you do it with a Fox Mustang. At least you'd put it in there, you'd line up those two holes, and then you kind of drill through, and then you get through all these multiple layers of sheet metal with the other two bolts. So, all right, well, I'm just going to post this as a warning to other Fox Cougar T-Bird owners. So good luck. If you find upper torque box reinforcements that work with T-Birds or Cougars, please let me know in the comments. Thank you.